What's going on, everyone? ODC, it's me here, and today we're taking a look at the Arise Serpentor Arise DVD box set 25th anniversary Dusty action figure. I was really happy about picking this up. It was a eBay purchase. I spent $20 to get this guy, and I thought it was a really good deal, seeing as he goes for around 30 to 40 bucks. I don't know if he's really worth 30 bucks, so I don't know if I'd pull the trigger on there. I think the highest I'd go on this guy is probably around 25 bucks. I think that's reasonable. Because it is due to him being a little bit more rare. He was also released in a vehicle set from Rise of Cobra, and I believe it was called the Desert Rock Slide. So there was another way for you to get Dusty in that era. I don't know why I don't think they ever released him in a single carded version, but it's all Greek to me. I don't know. He does include his laser rifle, his G.I. Joe laser rifle that we've all grown to know and love over the years. He does have the file card. So if you want to pause that and read it, you can. There you go. And then we have the display stand that says Codename Dusty, G.I. Joe, embossed on the top. Looks good. Right here he's holding on to his signature assault rifle, which is known as the FAMAS. And it is actually accurate. The FAMASs actually do come with bipods that actually fold back. I don't think I've ever seen a FAMAS that actually has this bar going across, because they're actually just supposed to fold up into the hidden barrel, which is actually right here. So I'm not really sure why they decided to go with that, but that's the design, I guess. But I mean, you can also remove this if you don't like the way it looks, and you can go that route, but I mean, either way you do it, it doesn't really matter, I guess. It's all personal preference as far as the bipods go. But he does hold both of his guns nicely in his hands. A little bit loose in the right hand. You know, that might actually just be due to him holding the FAMAS for so long. But he can hold the laser rifle in this hand. It is very loose, though. I will note that. But nothing a little hot water, cold water trick couldn't do for this hand to tighten up a little bit. As far as the left hand, it doesn't really have a trigger finger, but it actually holds the rifle, but way better in the left hand. So if you want to use the laser rifle, I would suggest this hand. If you want to use the FAMAS, I would suggest the right hand. So there you go with that. I really do like the look of this figure. Dusty was actually the first G.I. Joe action figure I ever had, and I'm talking harking back to the 1986 Generation 1 Dusty. It was the first G.I. Joe figure I ever owned as a child. So there's a fun fact for you all out there. So I guess Dusty is a special character to me, since he was the first and probably one of the reasons why I got into G.I. Joe. I just loved his overall look. He just looks like a badass, and he does have a removable helmet here, just to show his face and get close in on his face here. I just love the way he looked. He looks like a friggin' badass, man. He's got he's got his camo paint on his face. It was one of the few G.I. Joe's actually had camo paint on his face. And there is a technical term for this cloth piece going around here. I really like the integration of soft goods and plastics mixed together to make a really great figure. And usually that's why I love the Black Series figures so much, because they integrate that, and I really dig that. I am not sure if these goggles are removable. I do know that the goggles are removable on the Rise of Cobra vehicle set. Dusty, but I don't think they're removable on this, but I could be mistaken as well. So, on his shirt here, it does say Tater, which is his last name. It's Ronald Tater, Ronald W. Tater, excuse me. Gotta say it in that voice. I don't know why, but, you know. He is from Las Vegas, Nevada, so I guess he would have maybe a little bit of a southern accent. And actually, in the show, he does have a southern accent. So, there's that. Just bringing in, I'll just bust out my G1 Dusty really quick to do a quick comparison with some of the stuff. There's his comparison with the file card, and as you can see in the file card here, as I'm knocking shit all over the place, let me just get all that out of the way, sorry. The file card looks pretty cool. There is a difference between the two file cards. Obviously, there's a little bit more of a read-up on the newer file card over here as opposed to the older one. So, but there's your little comparison if you want to read that and then make the difference and see the differences and read that. Wifey just got home, so dog's flipping out. But moving on to the G1 Dusty, he is not 100% complete, but I've had this figure for a very, very, very long time. I think I have my original Dusty somewhere in storage. This was actually the second Dusty figure I actually got, and I bought this, I want to say 1998, I think. So I've had this since about 1998, and he's in really good condition. He does come with his backpack here as well. I also did not point that out, but look at the similarities in his backpack here. And you would almost think that this is the exact same backpack, but it's not. They just did a really great, Hasbro did a really great, I can't talk. Hasbro did a really great job with the sculpt on this bag, kind of updating it a little bit, but not taking away from the original design at all, really. So that's really good. So that's cool. Another thing to note is that you got the two canteens here. They're really cool. And you would think they are the same, but it actually is not the same backpack. They are different. The peg is much thicker on this backpack than that one. So they're not going to work if you try to plug them in. But they do plug in nicely right here. I also really love the fact that they integrated even the straps on him right here. It just makes so much sense. This is such a good figure as far as really trying to give the original look back to the Generation 1. Really good figure. Really, really good. He's got your typical 25th anniversary articulation. I'm not really going to go through it because at this point we know it all. So, but as far as the FAMAS right here, this is pretty much the exact same mold. It's just in a better upgraded plastic. I would say a more durable plastic. This is, I could see this snapping. Definitely this nose piece was known to snap off, and obviously my bipod is missing on this guy, and that was another common thing. But it's almost the same mold. As you can see here, there's a little piece of plastic right there, and if you're wondering what that is, that's actually the charge handle. So there's no charge handle on this one, but there is a charge handle on the original, so that's pretty cool to note. But overall, I think this looks really, really good. A very good likeness to the original. Moving all these back in. So he's got a really good, decent amount of accessories here. His backpack plugs into his back, no problem. I think he looks really good. I really do like the face sculpt as well. He's got good articulation. You know, my guy's not loose or anything like that. I actually did buy him loose, but he was just taken right out of the package, so I don't have to worry about loose joints or flopping around or anything like that. I do actually have on order a couple other Dusty action figures, so I might actually do another video, maybe like an evolution of Dusty, since he's one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters. And And although he did have a small role in, I would say, the comics and even the show, his role was always he always played somewhat of a pivotal role, and especially Arise, Serpentor, Arise. And there was another episode, I just can't remember the name for some reason, it's slipping my mind, where he was teamed up with Footloose, and they were actually in the desert, and he was actually taking care of business in that episode. I think they were trying to save a doctor, and they were both hitting on the doctor while they were trying to save her. It's pretty funny, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, I love the character. You can't say the last name Tater without using his voice, though. That's the rule. Tater, Ronald Tater. How you doing, Ronnie? Anyway, but there's your comparison with the G1 and the original, or the re-release. I pointed at this guy. That's the original. But it's pretty cool that they really, I think they did a really good job with trying to give you an updated version without taking too much away from the G1. I really do like it a lot. So, with that being said, like I said, I do have my Pursuit of Cobra Dusty on the way, and I also have that vehicle pack on the way as well from Rise of Cobra, the Desert Rock Slide. So, stay tuned for that. I would definitely recommend getting this figure. It's definitely a 2 thumbs up. It's actually a pretty good box set, the box set that he came from. I believe it came with 4 figures and the Arise Serpentor Arise DVD. So that's pretty decent box set if you ask me. I think that box set ranges for around anywhere from $50 to $70. So I don't think it's worth $70. I don't think it's worth $60. $50, I might pull the trigger. It does come with 4 figures and a DVD. So, but that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.